So here's a question for you, Hanson, since you're a hot-blooded male and all.
Okay.
You know the saying, women can't live with them, can't live without them, true?
Yes and yes.
That isn't an answer.
What? It's true. You know, I mean, we'll never ever fully understand how a woman think.
Right, but you just deal with this anyway.
Of course, you can't live with them, you can't live without them.
Anyway, well, come March 8th, you're going to just have to deal with a whole bunch of us because that date marks International Women's Day, and One Network will be presenting live celebrations, which will kick off in the United States.
So I heard, and apparently in Malaysia is one of the 14 countries that will be honouring women in a way very big, in fact.
Yep, and to tell us what we can expect, we have with us a few people working on International Women's Day here in Malaysia. Please welcome Kitty Chang, Mariza Abdul Kadir and Felicia Kingham. Welcome to the show, ladies.
Good morning, ladies.
Good morning. Good morning.
I guess to start off, tell us how we are celebrating International Women's Day in a couple of weeks, next week?
It's next week, matter of fact. What we have lined up is very, very interesting. We'll have Felicia tell you a little bit more about the program.
Yes.
Well, I've spoken to a few women who are entrepreneurs and successful women in their own right, and they're willing to come share their story with us. That will be one portion of it, but in between we would have programs lined up for you, like Middle East Academy, becoming and dancing for us. We have some salsa shows, and we have lucky draws, and then we will have the award at the end of the day.
Nice.
So it's a full day of celebration, as well as basically just acknowledging who you are.
Right.
And you know. And
well, I really like your theme, you know, enlightening women's mind. But how do you think you're going to empower a woman's heart? You know, that's quite interesting.
That one, actually, the purpose of this whole thing is not only just to celebrate, but to inspire women. We want to show that these are normal, everyday, ordinary women leading very extraordinary lives. They have the same struggles as everybody. They're mothers and daughters and sisters. They've got children. They have to get the kids out and, you know, take care of the husbands, that sort of thing. So it just shows that they're just normal people leading really spectacular lives. That's what we want to show.
Right.
And most of the speakers that we got in that particular day are mostly women behind the scenes where we don't usually see them. So some of them are like Sunita Teraparan, the Deputy Editor of Harper's Bazaar. Then we have Christina Chia from Napoleon Hill Associates. And we have Mrs. Wong, who is the Managing Director from the Chicken Rice Shop.
Oh wow, fantastic. So why do you think, as organizers and women yourselves, that it is so important to celebrate something like this?
Yeah. You don't hear International Men's Day. Okay, I'm asking for it now.
I think that's because women generally are behind the scenes. We love the fact that generally women are very supportive anyway by nature, I like to think. And so because men are out there, they're the CEOs and they're very powerful. We also want to show that, you know, there are powerful women behind the scenes who are also just, you know, as high ranking, but also more importantly that they're able to kind of just balance everything. They're able to balance their lives. So we want to be able to show that as well. That's why it's so important to us.
Do you still think there's that proverbial glass ceiling in Malaysia?
Oh.
You did mention that men are out there as CEOs and etc. etc.
Well, we also want to show that a lot of this is it's ourselves. And
it's all in the
one of
mindset,
the yes, it is, and it's about empowering women. And we want women to feel empowered. That yes, there is a glass ceiling; it's a reality. But whether or not you can break it, really is your mindset whether you can or not. Yeah, and we feel we can.
I think it's kind of tough now because, you know, obviously the modern day women, you know, they're just as a go-getter as any other man out there. You know, they want their careers and all. But then there's that obviously that social stigma that tags along where you still have to be that nurturing mother, that loving wife, that homemaker. You know, but you know, the thing is, times are changing, and how women dealing with it? It's compounding. You know, the responsibilities and their aspirations and dreams.
We're not making things any easier
for yourself. And
that's why we want to show that we can handle it.
Actually handle it. And one of the thing about this celebration is that men plays a very essential role in our life, and it comes about when in a relationship either with men or with our father. It's all about how we can partner up and support each other to grow further as well.
And I think it's nice now. I mean, in my experience is that, you know, in the past, you know, men were the breadwinners. They would come back, you know, they would be the providers. So essentially it's not like two people building their lives together. It's more like you're the homemaker, I'm the breadwinner, I bring the money back, you just take care of home.
But in today's society, I mean, it's rather difficult to live outside a dual income family. I think things have become so expensive, and I think the reality is that women these days have to go to work.
Right.
Well, yes, I think women generally have to go to work, but because of the expenses. But I also think a lot of women just enjoy working as well, because
having a career.
Yes, having your own life and career apart from your family, creating something for yourself, and that's what we're all about. Yeah.
Right. So you don't just live for other people.
No, you live for yourself
for
first. If you acknowledge yourself, who you are, and accept who you are, and enjoy your life right now.
Right.
I mean, the possibilities are ending. I mean, you will eventually enjoy everything else.
Okay, but having said that, we cannot deny the problems as well that afflict women in this country, whether it's domestic violence or single moms. There are 500,000 of them apparently in the country.
We know quite a few of them as well.
Yeah, and are you working with any other support organizations at the event?
Yes, we're actually working with the Women's Aid Organization, WAO, where they highlight a lot of the challenges that's facing women today. Like I said, domestic abuse, and they provide safe houses and all that for women to go to. So yeah, that's one of our very important causes. It's very dear to us. So we are very much in support of WAO.
Fantastic. And what other activities can we look forward to at the event? I know you mentioned speakers and dancing and salsa.
Yes, a little bit of belly dancing, of course. But I think we would have our lucky draws, and we would have the awards, which is very important. Actually.
And what are the awards? Let's talk about the awards. Who are all these awards given out to?
Okay, what happens is before 14 February, there's actually worldwide nomination on the internationalwomensday.org. So people like us can nominate a woman who will make difference in our life, which is in our business, community, schools, country, and family. So within these 5 categories, each category they will have 3 winners. So I'm still waiting for the results from the States.
Oh wow!
Okay, that's great.
So this event that you're having, I believe, on the 5th of March. Is it open to all women? Can people just walk in, or
men.
do they have to register? Or men? You might learn a thing or two.
We'd love them to come in. Kitty, why don't you tell them how?
The event is actually, what happens is we have to purchase ticket for the event, but we are opening the tickets on the day of the event as well, and men and women are both invited.
Okay. Okay. All right. Interesting.
You can call Kitty directly as well.
Okay. Well,
no, we are not going to give you Kitty's phone number on national television. We will, however, give you a website.
Oh, look, there's a number right there. We'll give a website. Let's do that.
Well, there are actually a few websites you can go to, but I think the one that we're looking here is www.internationalwomensday.org or www.thewinonline.com and or www.iwdmalaysia.eventbrite.com. We will hopefully bring you all of that information at the end of the show as well. Now let's talk a little bit about the WIN, which is the Women's Information Network. Now I understand this is a growing portal for women to actually look for information, support, and practically everything else online. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yes. What happens with WIN is that they have been working on for the past 2 years to build on what we call as the social media for women. This is because nowadays one-to-one, when we want to get solution and when we have someone to talk to, we want someone to talk to, it's maybe slower. So what happens is they build on this portal where we can just log online, connect with women there internationally, and we get support. And they have a lot of subject matter expert in there. We have video support, we have audio support, we even have forum in there where we can interact with each other.
Okay, that's great.
This is a global initiative, right? So you can actually be talking to somebody in Libya if you want at the moment.
Yes. Matter of fact, I was just on a call with someone in Argentina and Thailand just recently.
Wow, fantastic.
Wonders of technology, right?
You know, this event is actually in 150 countries. And there are over 350 events going on at the same time. So this is a record-breaking event that's happening. And we're helping to put Malaysia on the map.
Okay,
Yes.
well, that's good.
Anyway, but once again, International Women's Day celebrations happening here in Kuala Lumpur on the 5th of March. Let's tell them where they should go.
It will be in Mines International Convention Center.
Okay.
It's going to start from 8 o'clock. We have registration and booth there for you to visit to get some support up till 9 o'clock where the program starts. And that's where all our amazing speakers will be coming in. And then we're going to end with a high celebration.
Excellent.
Of salsa dancing.
Salsa
Thank you so much, ladies, for being on the show with us.
guys.
All the very best with the event, and happy International Women's Day in advance.
dancing. Happy Women's Day.